Well, here it is. My first video on YouTube. I have had so much fun on Instagram that I thought it would be a really cool thing to try YouTube. I like all the wonderful connections I've made through Instagram, the contacts, that's the same thing. That's all right. The conversations, all the chats, it's terrific, looking at everything. So I thought, I kind of wanted to try to expand a little bit, maybe even get a little more conversations and just talk about knives more. So, you watch this, you leave a comment, that's cool. You watch this and go have a bagel and never think about it again. That's cool too. Whatever you want to do. So for National Knife Day 2020, or whenever you're going to look at this, but today is a cool day. All the sales are going around, the giveaways are going around. And it had me thinking about the first knives that I ever got and how I got into it. So I was around 8 years old, which was 30 years ago. And no need to do the math. Glasses, gray hair, and a large forehead can clue you into my age. But around that time, my dad gave me my first knife. So I'm lucky enough to still have that knife, along with two others that I'm going to show you. Now, as you can see, it is a standard slip joint, no name, no brand. If we want to know, we do have, and there's very little slipping left to this, more than prying. This probably ended up in a creek several times. I grew up on 7 acres, surrounded by cornfields and creeks and woods, and that's just where everything went. So if a tree wasn't stuck, the knife wasn't stuck into the tree, then it probably wasn't getting put to good use. But as I say, we've got one marking on here, and that is that wonderful stainless steel Japan. That's all we get, which is fine. It worked. It's still sharp to a point. And what I mean by that is, I got some butter laying around. I might cut with it later. The best marking I can show you on here is actually right there. My dad engraved all these. So myself and my 2 brothers both got the exact same knives. I'm the only one left that still kept them. They've kind of moved on from such things. But just a standard slip joint. If you can really hear, it does have a little left of a snap, but not much. And going back shut, nothing there. But it was the first one and it got really beat up, so I appreciated that. The next one is we moved up to a little larger one. And again, your standard just knockoff, what do you got, a $110 here probably? But garage sale style or whatever he got that from. This was a lockback, and it still actually has, not bad. It's not bad at all. I suppose this got stuck in a lot less trees, but I certainly got beat up. We don't even have any markings on the blade at all. But it looks cool, I'm sure that 8-year-old Jake, 9-year-old Jake was just loving every bit of this. The lock still works pretty well, and I think not bad at all. There's some snap left in this one. Not bad at all. And once again, the best marking that we can give you here. It'll show up right there. Got my name marked on it again. That's one of the best parts. Same thing. My 2 older brothers got the same 2 knives that I did. And once again, I'm the only one that kept them. So those were the ones with pocketable. Now, my dad trusted me well enough that he moved me up quite a bit. And this next one was absolutely a shock to me. And not only does 10-year-old Jake like it, 38-year-old Jake likes it. And that is a full case XX USMC. This one, I really tried to not carry it around, but again, you're running around woods, you're doing everything you can with it. thinking it's one of the coolest things that there is. I specifically remember this getting strapped to my belt, strapped to my leg. I'd use the little lanyard hole, tie a shoelace through this, and run around with this thing, and yet again, stick it in every tree possible. It's just a cool knife, you know, the leather handle on it. I think it's really, really cool. Same thing, you know, these are knives I'm not going to get rid of, but they are terrific conversation pieces. So that's when I was a little bit older. Bring them back out for a wonderful show. That one was when I was really young, the very first one, and our second one. Right, there you go. So I'm gonna end it there. 5 minutes worth of a video. You know what? Hopefully this is something I can do more often, because it is just a cool way to talk about knives and go on about life. So if you got any comments, go ahead and comment them. You got any DMs? Tell me down there in the comments, or DM me if you want to, your first knives, and you know, how long ago, whatever. If you got a fun story about them, just talk about them. I think it's cool. Happy National Knife Day, everybody. Go buy some knives, go win some giveaways, whatever that looks like. Just enjoy the day. Alrighty.